47-year-old Larry Gene Ashbrook fantasized about being one of Tarrant County's most notorious serial killers, according to law enforcement sources. The FBI search of Ashbrook's Fort Worth home found it papered with news clippings and his admiration for Ricky Lee Green. Green was executed last year for the sex mutilation murder of a Fort Worth TV station executive. The FBI search of Ashbrook's house also found more evidence of his rage. Paranoid writings that blamed others for his long list of lost jobs and antisocial behavior. Toilets have been smashed and some filled with concrete. Walls and furniture had been demolished with a crowbar and shovel.
Most of us are, because of our own self-restraint, do not act out in a violent manner against the people that we perceive to show us disrespect or injustice. But certain individuals, when the stressors start building up and building up and building up, this type of violence becomes a relief for them and a release for them.
Former FBI profiler Pete Smerick says a psychological autopsy of Ashbrook's life could yield clues to why he targeted a church full of innocent teenagers. Ashbrook lived in his childhood home with his 85-year-old father, who died in July. Fort Worth police say the death might have triggered the mass murder spree.
His father was the person that supported him. That's who he lived with. When the father died, the support pretty much stopped, of course, and he was unable, from our perspective, to hold down a full-time job.
He said, I could shoot anybody I wanted to shoot, and that's what he said.
Neighbors say Ashbrook was a mean-spirited loner. They saw him knock down his elderly father during an argument in the front yard last year.
And he'd shoot us nasty signs and everything, and he'd holler bad words at us. And one time my husband was looking across the street, and he said, "What are you looking at?" My husband said, "I'm just looking." And he comes across the street and he wanted to fight my husband, so my husband just walked back around and come in the house.
Ashbrook came armed with a 9mm semi-automatic Ruger model P85 pistol and a .380 semi-automatic AMT backup model pistol. Investigators found 3 empty 9mm magazines capable of holding a total of 45 bullets on the floor of the church. And 1 magazine was still in the gun. In addition, Ashbrook carried 6 more full 9mm magazines in his coat pockets. Investigators say it appears Ashbrook used the second gun, the .380 AMT, to commit suicide. ATF agents traced Ashbrook's purchase of both guns, made 6 years ago, from dealers at the Traders Village flea market in Grand Prairie.